Hi, welcome back. It's Mary Alice here with Change Your Aim. I'm glad you're back. And as you can tell with my little decoration right behind me, it's the holiday time, and we just celebrated Christmas a few days ago and had a wonderful time with family. I hope you had a wonderful holiday, and if you celebrate Christmas, I hope it was awesome for you. I'm here because pretty soon the new year is coming. 2011, a brand new year for all of us. And it's a great time to sit down and think about what we've learned this past year, taking stock in the things that have happened to us or great things that happened for us, figure out ways to improve and to do better and not to be victims of our circumstances, but to create the circumstances we want to improve our life. And that's one reason why I'm doing this video right now, because with the new year, I have a challenge for you. And it's based on actually one of the things I did in the last video with the visual of the $100 bill and the value of that $100 bill, no matter what I did to it. Crumpled it up, threw it down, stepped on it, called it names. Some of those things happened to us as children. But you know what? You are still valuable. I unwadded that $100 bill and it was still $100. That never changed. But sometimes in life, we grow smaller in our minds and we think we're only worth a dime. And our surroundings are proof of what we think about ourselves inside. If you're not happy with how you're living, with how you're feeling or thinking, or the surroundings that you're in, your environment, the people you hang around with, all that can change. And it can change beautifully. And sometimes it can change in ways that doesn't even seem like you're working at it. It's taking steps toward the more positive way of thinking and living. Some of you might be saying, oh, come on, you have no idea where I'm at. You have no idea the way I live or what people have done to me, or I have no job, I have no money, I'm struggling. And you know what? I understand. And in some ways I've been there. I've struggled financially. I've struggled personally and relationally. A lot of us do. And partly that's life, but it's how we approach the outcome of those issues. What's our mindset toward it? We can change that victim mentality, and we can be just amazing thrivers, not just survivors, but thrivers of what life brings us. One of the things we need to understand, though, too, is we create our life. You may be thinking, what? I didn't create this. I don't want this in my life. Subconsciously, you created your life the way it is. And if you don't like it, it can change. This is the awareness I want to bring to you. This is the love and knowledge that is so important for people to understand. We can change the way we think and feel deep inside, and we're not even aware. But when we become aware of that, the fact that our subconscious kind of rules our life 90% of the time, some even say 97% of the time, and if that subconscious, all those things you believe about yourself, all those things that you were told or felt or experienced as a child, the negative things that are just embedded, can be taken out and redone and recoded and redeveloped. It takes some diligence and discipline, but it can be done. One of the things I challenge you with before this new year starts is to take some time this week, or if you happen to be viewing this, maybe it's the middle of the year, that's okay. It's never too late. Take a couple dreams you have and write them down. Commit it to paper. And hang on to that pad of paper. And no one has to see it. or if you have someone, a trusted friend you want to share, that's great. And then take that big dream that you might think is impossible and chunk it down. What's the first step you have to take? It could be calling somebody. It could be buying a book and getting information, Googling information, calling someone who's an expert in their field and you want to pick their brain about it. It might be asking for a raise. It might be changing jobs and finding out what it takes to do that. If you chunk it down and make a goal, once a week, once a day, whatever works for you. And when you achieve that goal, you're one step closer to that dream coming true. And as we grow and as we continue with our goals, sometimes that dream evolves and becomes bigger or more specific. But I encourage you to do that. Take time this week. Pick out a half an hour, maybe before bedtime, maybe before the kids get up, maybe whatever your situation is, before you go to work. I don't know. You know what's best for you. And really commit to paper. Write down a couple of your dreams. Then write down what it would take, what goal you can achieve that week toward that dream. Here's an example. Several years ago, my kids were a little younger, junior high, high school. One was in college, and I really wanted to go back to school and get my degree, but I was very unsure of myself. There was somebody in my life who happened to believe in me when I just couldn't, and they encouraged me. So I made that phone call to the college, and I talked to that counselor, and you know what? Within an hour, I was so excited. I had my courses and my dream of getting my degree in psychology all spread out on a sheet of paper, and I knew chunking down with each course, even though there were so many I had to accomplish, I knew just as I chunked off one at a time, I was going to get my degree. And you know what? Fast forward, and several years ago, I got my degree. I graduated with honors. I met marvelous people. I've learned so much. In fact, I've learned so much, I know how much learning I have to go. I mean, I will go to my grave learning. Our brains are incredible. And I know that you have that inside you. I know you have dreams and desires you want to go for. Even if it's a small goal, go for it. If you just even have a small desire, sometimes we're really overwhelmed. And, I was a mother. I had 4 children. And I know even just the goal of getting the laundry done was all I could achieve for that day. But I did it, and that sounds corny, but it's true. No matter how small or how big, have a small goal and then have big dreams to attain. Each step of the way, each time you attain it, you feel better, you're happier, you're more self-confident, you're growing and learning. Don't ever stop growing and learning. So that's my challenge to you. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to help you if that's what you desire. If you need someone to come alongside you, that's what I do. maryalice.changeyouraim@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. A comment, anything. But if you have a question or you want to work with me, I'd be glad to be in touch with you. I hope you have a happy new year. May 2011 be the best one yet. Now go find that notebook or piece of paper, pad of paper, your journal, and write down a couple goals that you want to achieve toward your dream. God bless.